In part 1 of this lecture, we will cover some examples of how assessments can be used in the development planning process. Assessments are essentially data collection tools. We use them to assess employees' KSAOs and to provide feedback about their performance. Recall from the previous lecture that data can come from a variety of sources. In addition to strengths and weaknesses, assessments can also help employees make their development plans. Teams can also use assessments to evaluate their strengths and weaknesses and to learn more about individual members and potentially the conflict that occurs between members. Organizational leaders can use assessments to identify the people who have managerial potential and to identify the employees who are ready to move into newly opened positions. Because assessments are often used across many HR activities, I want to spend a few minutes talking about two popular options: personality tests and assessment centers. Personality tests are commonly used to help people understand how they behave across situations, at work, at home, with friends, with family. Your personality refers to your behavioral patterns, your tendencies, your preferences, the way you are most of the time. Personality can change, but it does so slowly. Generally, we think of personality as being a fairly stable trait. The results from reliable, valid personality tests can be used to better understand how people deal with conflict, how they're motivated in the workplace, how they solve problems and make decisions, and how they cope with stressful situations. There are hundreds of different personality tests available to us, but the most popular ones are not always the best ones. The revised NEO personality inventory is probably one of the best options, as it's based on Macrea and Costa's Big 5 personality dimensions. This personality framework is the most well-researched, and there is plenty of evidence that the Big 5 dimensions predict important outcomes like retention and performance. The Big 5 dimensions are listed here. Emotional stability refers to how relaxed and secure someone is. Extroversion refers to the degree that someone is sociable, talkative, and gets their energy from being around other people. Openness refers to someone's independence, creativity, willingness to try new things. Agreeable people tend to be cooperative, friendly, and willing to work with others. Individuals who are conscientious are hardworking, reliable, and tend to be organized. I intentionally removed any mention of the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, the MBTI, because we want you to stop using it. Instead, choose personality tests that are based on the Big 5 framework or that have been shown to be reliable and valid in a court of law. Also, use the results of any personality test with caution. They are not perfect, and the results aren't always valid. They don't always mean what they appear to mean. In other words, a personality test may indicate that someone is not open to new experiences, when in reality, they are. In addition to personality tests, organizations also use assessment centers to evaluate their employees' development needs. Groups of employees are brought into the center and asked to participate in several activities together. Their behaviors are measured by multiple trained raters who fill out forms and discuss their ratings with the other raters until they can all come to some agreement about every single employee's proficiency in every single skill that is being measured. Assessment centers are commonly used to evaluate observable skills. things like personality, administrative skills, interpersonal skills. In a leaderless group discussion, the participants are tasked with solving some problem, and the raters watch to see which member or members emerge as the group leader. And they pay attention to how the rest of the members interact with one another. In interviews, employees answer questions about their work experiences, about their career plans, and they answer scenario-based questions related to their job. A traditional in-basket exercise is a type of simulation in which employees are provided with a stack of documents like emails, memos, budgets, and reports. They have to prioritize and complete each of the tasks. In role plays, employees act out different job relevant scenarios and interpersonal reactions, while the raters measure their responses, not their acting skills. Due to their high expense in terms of money and time, assessment centers are often reserved for managerial potential and managerial candidates. Today, they're also being used to select people for teams. Together, both personality tests and assessment centers are useful in gathering information about employees. In the next videos, we'll learn more about the specific development opportunities that can be matched to their current KSAOs to help them get where they're trying to go.